The doorbell rang. I stood outside, my hands trembling as I held a small pink gift bag. Inside was a soft sweater, a project I'd poured 3 months of love into, knitting it for my granddaughter, Lily. Pink dot, it was always her favorite color. A smile touched my lips as the door creaked open. There stood Lily, her eyes glued to her tablet. She glanced up, her nose wrinkling in disgust. Ugh, why does Grandma always smell weird? My smile froze solid. Hi, sweetheart, I said, my voice gentle despite the sting. I brought you a gift. She snatched the bag, yanking out the sweater and staring at it like it was a dead bug. A sweater? Seriously, she spun around, shouting into the living room where her parents were lost in the TV. Mom, Dad, Grandma brought old people clothes again. Their laughter echoed in the hall. My own daughter, Megan, didn't even look up from her phone. Just say thank you, Lily. Lily rolled her eyes. You're such a stinky old lady, Grandma. Before I could even find my voice, she marched to the kitchen, opened the trash can, and dropped the sweater right inside. My heart didn't just break, it shattered. Megan, she threw it away. I whispered, my voice barely audible. My daughter just shrugged. She's just a kid, Mom, don't take it so seriously, her husband chuckled. Kids don't like handmade stuff anymore. I walked slowly to the trash. My hands shook as I pulled the sweater out, now stained with old coffee grounds. I made this with love, I said softly, to no one in particular. The TV was louder than my pain. I quietly placed the sweater back in my bag and let myself out. No one walked me to the door. 2 weeks later, my phone rang. It was Megan, her voice frantic. Mom, we need help. What happened? I asked. Lily's school trip is $2,000 and we forgot to save. Can you lend it to us? I said nothing. You always help us, she added, a note of entitlement in her voice. Images flashed in my mind, the trash can, the mocking laughter, the word stinky old lady. I can't help this time, I said calmly. What? I said no, her voice turned sharp. You're still mad about that stupid sweater? I took a slow, deep breath. Do you know why I smelled that day, Megan? Silence. I came straight from the hospital. What hospital? She asked, confused. My chemo appointment. Megan was speechless. I didn't want to cancel seeing Lily. So I came right after my treatment. You never told us, she finally whispered. You never asked, I replied, my voice trembling. I wear upon that sweater during my chemo sessions. It gave my hands something to do while the poison dripped into my arm. Dead silence. And that $2,000 you want, I continued. I donated it yesterday to the children's cancer ward. They loved the sweaters. I hung up the phone. A week later, a knock came at my door. I opened it to find Lily, her eyes red and puffy. In her hands was the pink sweater, clean and carefully folded. I took it from the trash that day, she whispered. Mom washed it. Behind her, Megan stood with her head bowed. Lily stepped forward. I'm sorry, Grandma. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't know you were sick. My heart softened. She held the sweater out to me. Can you teach me how to knit? I was speechless for a moment, then a real smile, the first in a long time, spread across my face. Yes, sweetheart. She wrapped her tiny arms around me in a tight hug, and this time she didn't care how I smelled at all.